Pricing is tricky because if you charge too much, then people won't convert because there's a misalignment between the value being provided and the cost being asked for. If you charge too little, then your membership will be perceived as less valuable than it actually is. Not to mention, you make it more difficult to reach your revenue goals this way. Getting your pricing right is critical to the success of your business. For that reason alone, the first step to doing this right the first time is to use data. By nature, membership sites are pretty affordable, with most being priced under $50 a month or so. When you sell physical goods, there are a number of costs associated with them, but when you sell digital goods, your costs are inherently lower and capable of being spread out across time. For example, with physical goods, you often have to purchase a large quantity in bulk all at once and pay for it up front. Digital goods don't have that obligation. The first issue with pricing is that you have to make more money than you spend. Because of that, the best place to start is by accounting for costs you might have along the way, which could include software, including membership software like Uscreen that you might use to build and launch your video membership service. Operating expenses like office rent if you have one, or a studio you rent temporarily for filming, as well as gear and equipment you might need to do the work. Contract labor. This could be freelancers for design, video production, video editing, bookkeeping, or any number of tasks you want to outsource. And your time. Your time has a cost that you have to account for. Let's walk through a quick example. Let's say your initial software costs are $80 a month. You make your videos at home using the camera on your smartphone, but you bought a new MacBook to help with the workload and editing videos, as well as a decent microphone and a light. Altogether, you spend about $3,000 for those things. So if you distribute the cost out over the next 12 months, then your monthly operating expenses would be about $250 for the first year. You're putting in 100 hours of work every month, and let's say your time is currently valued at around $30 an hour. This means your monthly costs total up to $3,330. If you were to launch and convert 150 subscribers, you would need to charge them at least $23 a month in order to make a profit. Hear me loud and clear when I say this. It is okay to not be immediately profitable. Not many businesses are right from the start, and you have to be comfortable with the fact that on occasion, your costs are going to exceed your revenues, and that's just a part of business. However, if you can be profitable, do it. Having cash on hand for your business is rarely a bad thing. But using your own data like this is just the first infinity stone in your pricing gauntlet, and there's more work to do before picking your price. I cannot overstate the importance of doing your own market research to observe what your competitors and potential competitors are charging for their membership programs. In addition to researching what they're charging, you should be researching things like, what do customers get for that price? And then how can you take what they've done and make it better? The more weighted your membership is towards value provided, the easier it is for potential customers to justify the cost. Now, you need to understand that getting to know as much about your audience as possible is a cheat code for business. Pinpointing customer demographics is the easiest place to start because some of this data is already available to those of you using platforms like Instagram or YouTube. These platforms will tell you things about your viewers, like their age range, their gender, and their geographic location, and that's an amazing place to start. Knowing this is helpful because people ages 35 to 44 can likely afford to spend more than people who are ages 18 to 25. People who live in the US and Canada can likely afford to spend more than those living in developing nations. Information like this can help you begin to refine your pricing offer and inform how you can best communicate with those people. Beyond that, you can try surveying your audience to learn more, like what's their income range? What do they do for a living? What do they like to do in their free time? How much education have they completed? What are their goals, aspirations, and motivation? What's their buying behavior like? What are their hobbies? And what do they say they'd pay for a membership like yours? All of this is information that can help you get closer and closer to nailing your pricing. According to the online membership industry report, which I've linked to below, 43% of business to consumer membership sites charge between $25 and $49 for monthly pricing, with the next most popular range being $14 to $25 per month. You can obviously price outside of those ranges, but those numbers give us a great idea of what people are willing to pay for programs like yours. You're here because you want to successfully grow and increase the revenue of your membership site, but Rome wasn't built in a day. What I mean is that if your goal is to make $8,000 a month so you can quit your full-time job to pursue your membership program as your career, you may need to pace yourself. That's too lofty of a goal when you're just getting started, and that will only serve to discourage you when things don't move as fast as you want. Instead, you should set attainable goals like going from $0 in revenue to $2,000 a month in revenue, or even $1,000 or $500 a month. Everyone is unique, so find what works for you. In fact, you can use our handy pricing calculator linked below to help you figure out how to get there. Our calculator factors in your online audience size, your chosen conversion rate, which I recommend setting at 1 to 2%, and your goal revenue. It uses that information to calculate the monthly price that will help you meet your goal. You're able to change any of the variables on the calculator to help you best determine the right pricing for your membership. We're almost ready to snap our fingers and watch your competition fade away into ashes, but before we get to our last step, I'd love to know in the comments what you found most valuable in this video so far. Let me know. I use the broad term of strategy to describe this section, but the truth is, we're going to cover a few important things here that all broadly fit under that umbrella. First is establishing the frequency of payment. You have to consider the best options for how often your members will pay their dues. Monthly is great, but annual pricing is often better for you and your customers. They get more value by paying less in the long run, and you get more revenue up front without the worry of a customer leaving just a few months into their membership. You can also consider quarterly billing as a happy middle between those two, but it's less common, even though it might be just as effective. Upsells are another underrated but extremely effective way to leverage pricing to get more members. For example, you may find that a lot of people are joining your monthly membership or adding your membership to their cart only to abandon that checkout and never convert. But what if at checkout they were presented with an offer to upgrade to your annual plan at like a 30% discount? In most cases, as we've seen with our customers, your conversions will go up as a result. This strategy has proven to be extremely effective in generating new members who are more engaged and satisfied with their experience. In addition to this, you'll also need to remember that recurring income is great, but with any membership, there are demands for more content from you as the creator. If your members are paying a recurring fee for your program, they expect that you'll provide new offerings to them on a regular basis. If you don't, they'll leave. Another great thing about running your own membership program is that you can raise or lower your prices at any time. If you miss the mark and need to lower your prices, it's not ideal, but you can do it. On the flip side, if you're consistently showing up, creating and adding new valuable content for your members, then you can easily justify calculated price increases. Adding content to an ever-expanding library means that your program is inherently more valuable, and you shouldn't be afraid of charging what you're worth in a fair market. As your offering matures, you can also explore offering multiple membership tiers like a free, basic, and premium level. This allows your prospects to self-identify and choose the option that's best for them, which can reduce churn, increase engagement, and ultimately increase your revenue. For example, your free membership could just allow access to your content from YouTube without ads or sponsorships, as well as a few strategically chosen pieces of premium content to entice these subscribers to join one of the other membership tiers. Your basic membership could offer all of your free content plus all of your paid membership content, and your premium membership could include all of your content as well as access to your exclusive private membership community where they get direct access to you. There are plenty of ways to bring your membership site to life, and the tools to make all of this possible are available on the Uscreen platform. From here, it's just a matter of consistently analyzing your results and making appropriate adjustments along the way. The more you refine your approach, the closer you'll get to your goals. If you liked this video and you found it helpful, there's a very good chance you're going to enjoy watching the one on screen right now too. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.